Hi, my name is Kate Whiting. Hello. And this is called A Mother's Guilt. The moment you came into my life, I was in deep. My angel from above. It was so beautiful to me. I used to spend hours just watching you when you cried under the tears because I knew your fears, and only I could make your smile stay. But now I stand here being responsible for why the love just went away. Now, I know I shouldn't make it all about me, but you see, it should be me dead in the ground, not in this sea of grief where you leave me. It all started when the fairy tales were taught. In your eyes I thought I could see the confusion. Mummy, why does the man kiss a girl and fall in love instead of loving another man? As your innocence fluttered away from me like autumn leaves, all dreams of a normal life for you and grandchildren for me died, and instead of holding my head high, I couldn't survive. The guilt I feel inside when I remember ignoring the signs, trying to hide heterosexual magazines on your bedside. There's not a minute I don't think about your unhappy face for the past 5 years of your life, all because you thought you had no one. And the no one you had with you was me. When we sat to eat breakfast, the words of your bullies echoed through my mind, not yours. I had no idea now, until now, your biggest bully sat opposite you eye to eye. As you grew older, your body started changing. I thought maybe the testosterone might help straighten you out, but you kept asking me in doubt, Mum, why don't I have boobs? And all I could shout was, because you're a boy. And now I look back at your silent screaming face, those are the words were not in place, saying, Mum, I am a girl. It's true when I made you, I didn't realise my 2 X chromosomes and his XY made you the wrong body. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the lies to the parents in the playground, but I wasn't prepared for the cross-examination, for the whispers, for the limitations of my previous beliefs. And instead of supporting you, I let my anger turn blue and ignored the pink. As you stood on that stool and draped the coarse rope around your neck, I felt my blood constricted in your veins, your soul in a bramble of chains, but you needn't have worried about the rope because I know now I would have suffocated you beyond hope with my ignorant pillow of shame. I wish my last breath could be ours to share. I wish that when people stood and stared, I protected you and not cared. If only you were here again with me. I'll teach you everything I know about being a girl. How to braid hair, cartwheel, twirl. You're gone, dead in the sea of blue, because of me, because I couldn't see. And I'm sorry. Thank you. Okay, this is a little bit more aggressive. This is to an ex-boyfriend. It's called Fuck This Man. Fuck this man, I ain't trying no more. As I switch off my phone and look down to the floor, my face squeezes tight as the tears start to pour. Fuck this man, I ain't trying no more. Can't stop the temptation from reaching the door as your actions are always the same as before. You never admit you were wrong like you're sure. Fuck this man, I ain't trying no more. Too many hours I spend with you in my thoughts. Remember when we were happy? To me it was short. Was it enough to make me feel secure? Fuck this man, I ain't trying no more. You don't lie to me but you lie to yourself. With me you will always put on your shelf. You don't realise what I'm trying to procure. Fuck this man, I ain't trying no more. No more wasting energy trying for laughter. With you it always ends in disaster. I'm making a change and with you, it's for sure. Fuck you man, I ain't trying no more. I reach out and grab that door I've delayed and open it to find out that this is the way. No looking back, no fighting to stay. Fuck this man, I found my own way. This is a nice happy one called depression. It gets deeper every time you make a move, the black hole in the ground unstoppable. You try to look ahead, but you know it's creeping up on you like a mountain. As silent as the shadow tower, the din makes a creep, and there you are, again, back in the deep, not even time to sleep. You don't miss it, as every time it's near, you fear it may take you this time. No curse or rhyme will stop it. You learn to push it down, not stop it. People have a name for it, but it's not common, just a blip. They say you'll be fine, but what if this time it's not, and you've forgotten to warn someone like yourself that it's a phase that will erase in time? And you let it take you without a backward glance, and there's a chance it will see you coming before you see this dance. And again you fight, forgetting someone else is here to help you, here to tell you it's alright. And even if they do, there's no point because you're already wasting time. I also don't have a title for this one. When it hits you like a freight train, all those nights and the flash of pain, no hope to reign on your endless man shame. You think of a way out, no doubt it'll end badly, but the living makes it seem like you're living madly. Nothing's stopping you except yourself. Try to put it on a shelf, but the pain shells loudly. You wouldn't have a dam with a leak without a plumber to seek if your pain was worn proudly. The smoke goes up and then trickles down, like you can hear your own sound from the voices that allow the madness which man just stoutly ignores your tears in the rain without shame when your features look drowsy. Thank you.
Fear Factory. To advocate more misery, which ultimately fear possesses those who choose to entertain it. Fear is the contraction that keeps humanity down. Fear is being turned into only one frequency on a radio station. So become the opposite and work on expansion. Become attuned to a higher frequency, to travel the love vibration. When fear rears its monstrous head, just put the beast of fear to bed. For love is a kryptonite potion, which will cripple fear without any notion. And once you have imprisoned it, you'll never let it out on probation, because you're now turned into the love sensation station. Memory raw, generations torn. This is a poem that my co-writer and I wrote for a feature film that we're working on. And it's about how war tears families apart. Badge of honour, always worn. Badge is a deception ever born. Manifest in the forlorn. Gone forever, veterans we mourn. Those left behind are woeful, bitter in defeat, families wrathful. Of what is stolen, greed willful, taking the lives of children awful. We can fight ourselves with resolve, open our eyes to problems we solve. Take the message of our leaders, they don't know. We are the source, the voice and control. Wars are not fought in proxy for us, but for oil resources. This is not allowed. Megalomaniacs step on poppy seeds. Will sow their wealth instead, be free. Loved ones of those lost arise, show there is more to us than meets the eyes. Look upon them quiver as we claim what is ours, as we learn discipline from mistakes of those above. Medals feel cold on the skin, a cruel joke, an opposite of a loved one's warmth. Okay, and this is Beauty and the Hippie. I look around and absorb the beauty in life. Although there is such terrible trouble and strife in every corner of the earth, we must value the beauty and all of its worth. Look around and you will see the beauty, an array of mirth. Our unsung heroes, the buzzing busy bees, the majestic lofty trees, both feeding our everyday needs. Birds soaring high in the sky with such liberty, foxes in the street playing skittishly, flowers blooming in all of their glory. Doesn't this all tell such a beautiful story? This is what I consider beauty to be. I'm not a hippie, but wouldn't you agree? This one's about my right, this is called I'm Never Too Far Away, I'm Only a Dream Away. Reach the mountaintop to venture another, climbed to the summit to visit a brother, ascended the stairs of enlightenment, peaked at the summit of consciousness, to stand side by side as once did, with physical form, but this time an energy so powerful took me to you. That experience so sublime, gone the concept of time, this so true. It was magical, enchanting, felt like I was floating, no longer walking on man-made soil, no longer feeling of earthbound toil. Thank you.
Cheers, thanks so much. First of all, before I start, I just want to say it's been absolutely amazing. I've seen, I've known Marianne for about 2 years now. When I first met her, she was someone who is predominantly just writing poetry for herself, and I've seen her grow from someone who's written poetry for herself to someone who tentatively started gigging, to then someone who's confidently started gigging, and now someone who's putting on nights herself and promoting other people's work as well. So before we start, we just need a massive round of applause from Marianne. What an absolute hero. Thank you. So proud of you. Cheers, right, this one goes like this. Well, what was like the interview second question, because I wasn't in the best mood to reflect on myself. Punk rock ain't preparation, but at least it offers opportunity to escape. Sometimes I feel like an outline of myself, dead-eyed and disconnected. If the world is a stage and we're all players and I fuck up my lines more than intended, escapism. Framed and wrapped by a rock and roll historian, weathered in leather spoons. 2-4 cocktail mess, more shots in the jug, please. My rose-tinted glasses smashed in the last bar, now all I see is carnage. It ain't romantic, it's not rock and roll, we were drinking from plastic. When did we get old? I can't remember my reasons for getting this fucked in the first place. Maybe it's somebody's birthday, or just another Thursday in this big fish little pond town. And drinking real ale don't make you a connoisseur, more of an arrogant piss artist who's assigning higher worth to their destruction. We're decaying daily. The carpet in this place is worn and so am I, and we're so scared of failing, we'll pretend that we don't even try. It's the cyclical nature of life, and the cynical nature of lies that keep us spinning. I walked out of the interview, second question. Cheers. So I wrote this next one after going on a night out in Ipswich with some workmates, and I went to this place called Vodka Revolution, which I was super excited about at the time because I'm a massive fan of vodka and quite partial to the idea of a revolution, but it wasn't as expected. Basically what it was lots of ladies in short skirts and lots of men in tight white t-shirts taking photos of each other pretending to have fun. So I wrote this. As the music rises and the lights roll back like the eyes of a paralytic ice-cold Jack and I contemplate the lives of those that are surrounding us. Sweat and escapism. Stagnation and fake emotion, life through a lens so perceptions ain't broken. Don't they know that we're so much fun? Or at least that's what our status tells them. And we're old, so trendy. Just look at the way we take our photographs and the angle of our snapback flat peak caps. And we're all so happy. Can't you see our life is such a laugh? But nobody sees behind the lens. We'll debate for ages with strangers on Facebook, yet avert a gaze as we pass in the street. As opposed to approaching a human, we will choose to purchase our groceries from a machine. We're lonely, but nobody can see. Because in our profile picture, with our arms around a stranger, we're smiling. And she roll up her skirt as she checks her reflection. Somehow her eyes appear glassier in real life. Status update, obligatory duck face, and the internet thinks she is having a wonderful time. This is a meat market with music. The boys naive and heartless, and the girls all growing used to it. And the world is not a stage, it's a reality TV show. We're existing in that space between the writing and the photographs, planning our next update to reaffirm our lives. And we'll debate for ages with strangers on Facebook, yet avert our gaze as we pass in the street. As opposed to approaching a human, we will choose to purchase our groceries from a machine. We're lonely, but nobody can see. Because in our profile picture, with our arms around a stranger, we're smiling. Cheers. Thanks a lot. Right, this next one's my last one, and I wrote it. I used to work for this project called the Bright Futures Project. We work with kids who are out of education, and I got asked to talk at like Project Day, basically to social workers and psychologists and stuff. I had to give kind of like, I suppose, a motivational talk about engaging young people and stuff like that. So what I decided to do was rewrite the story of the boy who cried wolf. Because the boy who cried wolf is a story like written by Aesop, like back in the ancient Greek times, and it's a story that we still tell kids today. And the moral of the story is never tell a lie, which I think is massively patronising and massively reductionist. So I decided to rewrite it and find my own morals within it. So this is called The Boy Who Cried Wolf, and it goes like this. He used to follow his heart, and all his decisions were based on a reason so pure. He used to run through the fields and climb all the trees just to see how it felt to be tall. He felt young once. And life was fun once before he was locked to the ground, surrounded by boundaries of a flock-filled field so small, yeah, he used to feel tall. But now he envied the very wolf who was paid to look out for. He didn't want to be famous, just significant to someone, to anyone, not just a nameless face in a nameless race, but as he raised his gaze, the rain washed away all but a trace of the dreams that he chased. Yeah, he used to feel tall. And you wonder why he cried wolf. You really wonder why he cried wolf? Well, it was the first time that anyone had listened. Throughout the whole of his 14 years' existence, all his ideas had been dismissed, his father estranged and his mother so pissed. To cope with the fact that if she didn't exist, then she wouldn't be missed. He wished that he was an artist. And when he climbed those trees, he'd lock his eyes on the horizon, inspired by lives that in between. The broad brushstrokes brought back beauty to a life otherwise obsolete, monotony defeated, if only they had seen, but its mother couldn't focus. And the others were non-existent. What's the point in singing from the same hymn sheet if no one's going to listen? So with his middle finger raised to the system that had missed him, he cried wolf and became significant. Now there were meetings about whether he should keep his job, where Boris Jospin over broadsheets branding him a thug. And if you thought about it, he kind of knew that he had pissed people off, but it all kind of seemed worth it because people now knew who he was. Being the villain became addictive, as he kicked against the system. So the next day from this prison, he cried wolf, and again they listened. They came with haste to be greeted by this lying adolescent with his middle finger raised, bearing a childish expression, and instead of asking for the reasons behind his intentions, they just branded this ill delinquent undeserved of attention. The next day, the wolf came, and it tore the sheep to shreds. The boy cried out for support, but this liar was ignored in the green fields, now stained reds. He never painted again. But forever haunted by his crime, he'd spend each day awake just waiting for another sleepless night. He joined his mother, hit the bottle, and just drank away his time. And with all ambition shattered, he did nothing with his life. Now, The moral of this story isn't never tell a lie. No, the moral of this story is just give the kids the time. So much can be achieved using a young, empowered mind. Believe me, I work with these people and they do leave me inspired. So the next time from across the way you see a hooded youth sailing on a sea of shattered glass from a smashed by shell or roof, don't be so quick to call him sick, because honestly, the truth is that he may not fit your molds, but he may have just cried wolf. Cheers.
Anyway, hello, I'm Dan. I come from a town called Stonemark. You've probably never heard of it. It's in Community from Bury St Edmunds. We're big enough. Do you know Stonemark? So we're big enough to have an Asda, a Tesco, our Morrison's closed down, our Poundland closed down. What kind of a town can't support Poundland, man? That's a sign of what kind of town we are. So we've got all these major corporations there, but we haven't got our own member of parliament. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you all these things. Anyway, get started. There once was a limerick from me that didn't quite know how to rhyme. And now things get weird because I stroke my beard. Shut get out of my mouth! You naughty poem, you're clearly not finished! Yeah. That tends to either endear or alienate. I think I maybe made a mistake. In hindsight, I probably should have tried harder to get your hearts and minds on my side from the start, because for the first time 2 years ago, apologies, I became a non-voter, which in our circles makes me kind of persona non grata. But I'll tell you why I didn't vote. In the Stowmarket area, the system's a joke. Our small town's voice gets drowned out in a stroke by the noise of Boris Tories just down the road. Now, I get quite annoyed by the very suggestion that my vote gets lumped in with Bury St Edmunds. The safest of safety, it's a Tory majority of 21,000 is rotten. There's got to be some better way to apportion democracy than let 46% of voices be forgotten. See, I don't want to vote for a town I don't live in. Ground down by boundaries I'm bound to be within. I'm going so far as to make the bold plea. Please give us Stone Marshall in MP. Thank you. And then to assuage my guilt, assuage? I'll do for now. To assuage my guilt at not voting a couple of years ago, I did a festival the week before the election, and I wrote this little rough and ready thing. So it's obviously a bit out of date now, but I feel quite proud that it didn't turn out quite as bad as it could have done in the election. Vote Lib Dem, get a Tory coalition. Don't vote Remain, get a dreadful decision. If you vote yourself out, then you're voting in them. If you vote Liberal Democrat, you won't get a Lib Dem. Vote Tory, get Tories. Get Tories, endure another 5 years of Hitler, Skeletor, Thatcher 2.0. Vote UKIP, get the hell out of this pub. Get in your car, get out of town, get a book about the 30s, get educated, or get the hell away from the polling booth. Vote Green, get that lovely warm feeling of smugness that you did the right thing, while the Tories sail to victory in your safe seat constituency. Vote Green, get my utmost respect as long as you checked and double-checked that Labour won't go to lose by a tiny handful of votes where you live. Vote Labour in enough numbers, vote just that little bit braver. Vote for Corbyn, vote for fairness, vote for those you love, get Labour. Vote Tory, get fascists. Vote Lib Dem, get Tories. Vote Green, locally if you like. Vote UKIP, get out of my side. Vote Labour, you'll be doing us a favour. Get braver, vote Labour. Sure, Corbyn might not be your personal saviour, but please don't waver from punk to hippie to grebo to raver. Vote Labour, get Labour. Vote Labour, get Labour. Vote Labour. Thank you. Anyway, up to what's the word? An announcement, I suppose. I'm Dan Clark, here to speak on behalf of the Digital Rainforest Alliance. So, first a moment silence, please, for all the trees destroyed in Minecraft, World of Warcraft, and all the other online RPGs. Those vast tracts of virtual land where from great oak to sapling, no tree remains standing, pillaged to fulfill the increasing demand for Kindle books. They say to understand others, you've got to walk a mile in another man's shoes. I go hardcore, I steal my shoes from the bowling alley, so that every mile walks a mile in 100, maybe 1,000 man's shoes. I'm so hardcore, I don't fast forward the most dark, gory parts of Saw 4, and that's a scary film, man. I'm so hardcore, I'm far more likely to partake in naked barefoot parkour than I am regular parkour. I'm so hardcore, I work part-time doing guided tours of the back parts of Darfur, for the gap year students and the post-grad art halls who appear they aren't sure their art's worth being poor for. I'm so left wing, I make them shout pins, so like he sings from the hymn sheet of Wagner's The Ring. I'm so left wing, I make Ed Miliband look like David Miliband, but you don't go down. You want to hear a poem. Okay, so this is slightly long form. It's something I wrote for International Women's Day last year. The Suffolk Feminist Society held a day, and I've been thinking about pay equality. I've seen a few stories that things are getting better. Right. So it's called Company Values. It's somewhere between poetry and prose, I guess. Oh, and it's just to explain what I'm doing. There's kind of it's kind of a dialogue, but I'm doing it myself. So there's two different voices, but I'm not going to do some squeaky one for the female part. I'm just going to do an annoying squeaky one for the bloke part. So yeah, so girl going for her performance appraisal. Now, before we get to your performance appraisal, Sally, we here at Generica Insurance like to think of these sessions as a two-way stream. Your chance to appraise us as employers, so to speak. So is there anything you need to get off your chest? Well, there is one thing, Mr. Braithwaite. Sally, sweetheart, call me Wayne. We're all friends here. That's what makes us such a forward-thinking group of guys. One big happy family. Using last names in the workplace is so old-fashioned. Let me get us some drinks. Susan, love, can you bring us a couple of coffees through? Usual for me, and one with soy milk for Sally. No sugar though, she's sweet enough. See, I didn't forget, well I wouldn't have forgotten, I mean, it's underlined in red at the top of your HR file. Vegan, no sugar. Always good to keep an eye on the rebellious ones. Honestly, my secretary Susan's a godsend. Employ someone younger, they told me. Get yourself a pretty little assistant, a bit of eye candy. Well, I'm sorry for breaking down boundaries, Mr. Head Office Robot, but I personally think older women can be just as attractive sometimes. Especially when they make the effort, like, Susan. I often joke with my wife that I wish she could be a little more like my, Susan. Anyway, me, back to this whole work thing. Where were we? Yes, Wayne, I've been here 3 years now, and despite matching Damien call for call, sale for sale, I continue to be paid £3,000 a year less than he does. Or Steve does, or Gary, or other Gary, or other Gary. And he doesn't even make sales, he just makes memes on his Mac all day. Sally, sweetie, do understand, other Gary happens to be one of the country's leading motivational content creators. He's an important member of a team. Could you have got through last Friday's redundancies without this picture of a mountain with every team member lost is a team member saved written underneath? So between you and me, Sally, I do have to agree with you. And while I can't discuss any individual member of staff's wages, a core part of the Generica Insurance mission statement is that we are committed to working towards pay equality. Wayne, the website said that since the day I started. How committed exactly does a company have to be to not just make it equal? Sally, sweet little Sally, don't worry your pretty little head about it. These things take time. It's not like you just press a button and everyone gets paid the same. It is Wayne, Louise in payroll says she can just make it happen overnight. Click, done. But you saw the upheaval the redundancies caused, Sally. We need to prepare for this kind of thing, make sure all our ducks in a row. And we're a worldwide corporate brand, we've got a lot of ducks. And while it's not hard to argue against Wayne, it's hard to argue against some vaguely worded bullet points on the Our Commitment to You page of the company intranet. So Sally gets fobbed off once more and goes back to work, back to her desk, back to the same old. Back to knowing that her time is valued at less than Damien's, and Steve's, and Gary's, and other Gary's, and other Gary's. With his Mac, making motivational memes over pictures of mountains. Wayne's just emailed other Gary. Hi Gary, Sally seems a bit under the weather. I think it must be her time of the month. Can you get a picture of a poor kid smiling and put money can't buy your happiness underneath? And so it goes, we give them time to make excuses, fake a shine. With mission statements and nebulous policies to polish the turd that is pay inequality. So Sally's less valued than Damien and Steve in a job she can't afford to leave. Lucky to have one in this day and age, yeah, not everyone gets a chance to be a corporate slave. Well, buck up, it's 2017 by this stage, can't we pay men and women the same working wage? See, company values ring hollow and cheap when we don't truly value the company we keep. Thank you. Do I try and come in too little short? I'll do one and then see how long it takes, because I might forget, you know. So, I had this thing where I woke up on April Fool's Day the other year, and I clicked onto my social media, and everyone's lying, and you're supposed to find it funny for this one day. And I didn't get why, like, it was suddenly this sort of like Great thing. And then all the papers, they lie every day, anyway, don't get me wrong, but on April Fool's Day, it's just stupid stuff, like, there's a new kind of Mars bar that's coated with gold. The ocean's been sold to Monsanto. They're going to ban and claim all the plastic. The EU are planning to ban ham sandwiches, trams and the Great British Panto. 2/3 of this stanza is in Esperanto. They finally told us who murdered Giordano. April Fools! Nintendo's new console is powered by onions. The Tower of London's been rendered with pedal dash. Every hour's been slashed by 10 seconds, so never again do we all put our clocks back. The Nokia 3210 now has WhatsApp. The Met have announced they've had all the corrupt cops sacked. Theresa May goes off on sick leave with anxiety Monday, and Peter Andre's going to take her place.
I think I'll do this piece, which is from the perspective of a partner of someone with this condition. Excuse me. Have this all ready. It's called Let's Pretend. Let's pretend. Let's pretend it never happened, that this dust had never settled, that this thing had never landed, its heavy hand had never branded skin and mind and memories. That it hadn't left us stranded on a shore where several heads are in the sand. It doesn't take a genius to comprehend this, but it does if we're to mend this, to pull this from the wreckage, to take this utter carnage and to piece together what's left. Facing the elephant that's swept under a carpet that each day we have to mark it as something that isn't there. And we can't rush this. Years of growth and feeding bleeding hearts upon a map have fueled and fanned confusion. This illusion that you hold to somehow makes you less scared, more powerful, like Jesus on a jet ski, so fast we cannot see the truth, so high we cannot see the gain, so far we cannot hold the pain, stretched out on faces and lives. They're all the same, and the trajectory, the rapid path you follow, the bitter pills you fail to swallow, the hearts that twist till hollow, the mayhem that's caused along the way, the sanity that cannot stay, the words that we've refused to say, oh, but it does exist, it ruins and persists. A forest fire that burns so brightly cannot be trusted for its light. We need to face its devastation and the loss of vegetation, that all that's flourished within us and around us. It will wither, turn to dust and scatter, separate the matter till the particles like ether will simply not exist. So let's pretend. Let's pretend it never happened, that this dust had never settled, that this thing had never landed, its heavy hand had never branded skin and minds and memories. Let's pretend. So this is Steve, the partner of the person that's just spoken. And it's a piece called Bipolar, because basically this person does not want to have this condition and he's been living in denial for a long time. I'm going to attempt to explain with all the bravado I can muster the intricate workings of my highly functioning but all ill understood brain. Come with me on a journey now. Starting to sound a bit mighty boosh. Let's start at the beginning, a very good place to start. It was all under wraps. But on this particular day, I knew the world needed a bit more of me. The sex god within should be shared with a world, let's say, a bit devoid of fun. With this in mind, I took the executive decision to walk into town, wearing my Timberland boots and my budgie smugglers. Well, in my case, less budgie and more ostrich, but South End High Street didn't get my joke. Graham and his mate Simon, two very reasonable uniformed gentlemen, took me on a new journey via an assessment unit and a short stay in what used to be called a nut house. Well, I prefer to call it a place of reflection and sedation. Slapped on a gargantuan cocktail of haloperidol and procyclidine, the zombification process had begun. I was walking through treacle, and not the lovely, sweet, sticky stuff of my childhood. This was more like shitey tar. Well, tar very much, matey, but no thanks. and they threw away my swimming trunks, informed me it was inappropriate. A little chat with a trick cyclist confirmed their suspicions. I was indeed having a manic episode, and before they'd have to peel me off the ceiling, they'd need to give me something to calm me down. Calm me down? I don't need calming down. I just need someone to listen to me. I was firing on all cylinders, cooking gas, all the cupboards were open, all the cupboards were locked. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, lock, stock and 3 smoking barrels and a barrel of lard, a gaggle of geese, 1 flew with the cuckoo's nest and the eagle has landed. Elvis has left the building, flight of ideas, sleight of hand, stream of mind, fleet of consciousness, boom! Back in the room. Everyone was boring me to tears with unreasonable requests. Why don't you sit down, try to relax, stop trying to flood the bathroom, etc., etc., blah, blah, blah. Anyway, as I was saying, did I tell you I was a rapid cycler? That doesn't mean I'm fast on a bike, although I am, but it does mean my mood can fluctuate rapidly. Well, that doesn't mean I'm like my compadre James. I mean, his mood can switch in the space of a sentence. For example, hey, I really like you cast down the side, nice shoes. Mine was more in the space of a day. I get loads done, get up at 5 in the morning, write 5 brilliant poems, send 27 emails, 14 posts on Facebook and 7 very witty tweets, and then I'd outdone myself. Started to doubt the content of some of my friend requests, deeply regret unfriending Carol and George, hate the size of my nose. Remind myself it does not correlate with the size of anything else, and curse myself for referring to that in my last job interview. Hate my life, where I live, a cat because it smells, really hate my life. And not in the casual way that teenage girls use that phrase, really hate my life. My girlfriend left months ago, sick of the massive overspends and what she considers outrageous behaviour. Well, I don't think hoovering the bedroom at 4 in the morning means that, I'm sorry, I've got that bit wrong, hang on. I don't think building a pond in my front garden and investing in a few high-risk business ventures constitutes outrageous behaviour. But then I suppose losing 50 grand in a few that should have got in my favour probably did rile her, but she was easily riled. I mean, if I want to get up at 4 in the morning and hoover the bedroom, including the bed she's in, then she should be glad that I like to keep the place clean, but she left me. She walked the walk and talked the talk. And as she left, she poured orange food colouring into my fish pond so I couldn't see my new goldfish. Still, they survived, and so did I. But that's when all this happened. The proverbial hit the fan fell off the sideboard and smashed into 1,000 pieces, and I'm left sticking it all together, getting the proverbial all over myself. And she didn't even stay around to witness the come down, when I would be calmer than a corpse, when I can't even get out of bed, let alone get up at 4 in the morning and hoover it. A cold, black blanket pinning me to my bed like Gulliver's Travels, only the journey never ends. You're in this tunnel, ice-cold tunnel, words that people say to try and encourage, freeze, before they get to you, and smash on the ground like poured out wine, which could have soothed you had you been able to drink it, but it's smashed and poured all over the place like blood, and you just stare at it. You can't move. You know if you move, you're going to cut yourself in a way. You're tempted to deliberately cut yourself, and you can't even find the guts to do that. But you know, it's not about guts. You know too many people who've taken that way out. It's not about guts or loss of hope or even desperateness. It's something else. And you can't even touch it. It's a secret. The psychiatrist says I use a lot of you language. For example, you know if you move, you're going to cut yourself. You language is when you don't own a statement. Several degrees of separation from you and the words you're using. And for me, the you language is deliberate. I don't want to own this stuff. I don't know, maybe for a while, rent it and then throw away the key so not even a landlord could go there. You wouldn't wish this on your worst enemy. enough about me. What do you think about all this? Am I mad? So this is the pattern. I generally have a brilliant day.
You're not mad.
Thank you.
You're not.
Thank you.
It's unbelievable.
That's encouraging.
No, I think you're brilliant.
Thank you. I generally have a brilliant day followed by a less good day, then a terrible day. I've upset someone and I deserve to be punished and I'm back in the pit. The mood stabiliser, valproic acid, which isn't like the fun acid that I took in my 20s, but it isn't such an enemy now. We've reached an understanding. I'll continue to take you if you allow me some manic episodes occasionally. Well, they're never as exciting or as enthralling as they used to be, but then the lows, well, they never take me to that place where your worst enemy, though not wished upon, resides. So, in a nutshell, and I use that term advisedly, I suppose I'm in a slightly better place. I've refriended Carol and George, write less regrettable tweets, and my girlfriend's been coming around again. She apologised for the orange incident. We were able to laugh about it and for the first time in ages feel more on the same page, so that's good. It's not all good, but it's better than it used to be, and that'll have to do.
She's gorgeous.
Do you know what? I've got loads of that, but no matter, I'm going to sally forth. This is called, I'm going to do one in a little bit about someone with Asperger's, but first I want to do this one because I've got to practice it for I've got a children's performance tomorrow, so. Quogs, cough-linctus. Quogs quickly relieves and rapidly reduces all manner of issues, not slime and bruises. It clears and unblocks the slobber and sluices, and it works for all, from humans to hamsters, monsters to mooses. It sweeps away bogies like yesterday's dust. In every household, this bottle's a must. A time-tested formula we all know to trust, and the advert's quite clever and clearly quite sussed, but it tastes like licorice, lard and old boots. It makes your ears buzz like whistling flutes. It clears all your passages from your gob to your glutes, but rather too quickly as it forcibly shoots. Your skin may turn green, but that's in the small print. It may alter your eyes. You'll be left with a small squint. Your hands may swell up, but your hands may swell up, but just for a short stint, and the stuff is expensive. You'll be left feeling more skint. Words may come out backwards like ig humi mansi lig. That's hi, my name is Jill, if you didn't quite twig. Your hair may fall out, but it comes free with a wig. It doesn't quite care if you're its bald guinea pig. I'm beginning to regret using Quogs cough-linctus. I think the dodgy formula has quite clearly tricked us from our teeth to our toes. It's definitely kicked us. The discomfort I'm feeling is quite off the Richter scale. So, I'll reach for something that I know will work, that won't turn me green or make me berserk, that won't make me lose my hair, make me squeak with my words going backwards like some frazzled freak. Alice in Wonderland, with the drink, me bottle, she grew and then she shrunk a lottle. There's a lot you can do from not going full throttle. You don't have to be brainy like old Aristotle, so I'll choose more wisely, look after myself, get rid of the quogs on my medicine shelf. From the drink me bottle I'll notice steer clear, if my health is something that I hold dear.
Now we are ready for the main attraction of the evening. It's something I'm really super excited to see, and one of my best friends as well. But before we start, I've got a couple of things to say to you. The first thing that I've got to say to you is that straight after her set, we're going to be doing a question and answer with Marianne. We've done these kind of things before, and they're really interesting. We kind of like talk about poetry, but also talk about her life. She's got a fascinating story, so stay around for that. Secondly, the reason that this gig is happening is because Marianne has released a new EP today, and it's amazing, it's fantastic, it's really insightful, it's beautiful, and it's on sale for £3.50, and for tonight only she's donating £1 from every single sale to Autism Anglia, which is an autism charity in the local area. So that's fantastic. So you can either buy a new EP or an old EP, or buy both of them, and you'll be donating to a charity as well. I think that's just about everything I've got to say. All I've got to say now is please welcome to the stage the amazing poet, Ambrose.
Thank you. I'm a bit nervous, so might make a mistake or two, but hey, that'll be alright, won't it?
Yeah.
From my first CD and book, I'm going to do the song first from my first CD, and then I'm going to give you a little taster of my second CD, and then I'm going to go back to two of the best poems of my first CD. You'll find out why, I don't need to explain. Ignorance. You hear us weep. You hear us plead. You hear us beg. You hear us. But you don't because your ignorant ears are closed. You see us weep. You see us plead. You see us beg. You see us. But really you don't because your ignorant eyes are closed. I sit alone wondering what is going to happen next. Will it be too late? Before you hear and see without ignorance? As most of you are aware, I'm on the autistic spectrum, so happy days. And I'm out as an autistic person, not as a gay person. but autism. What is autism? A spectrum of confusion? Deep. What is autism? A spectrum of isolation? Deep. What is autism? A spectrum of alienation? Deep. What is autism? A spectrum of intelligence? Deep. What is autism? A spectrum of hidden and trapped emotions? Deep. What is autism? A spectrum of complexity? Deep. What is autism? A spectrum of beautiful individuals? Deep. That's what autism is. Yes, you got it, mate. Deep. Confused. My mind's all muddled, where parts are puddled, with tears inside, which soon I will no longer be able to hide. I'll have to hold my head high when it's time to say goodbye, as I'm frightened at what will happen if I start to cry. I'm a tearjerker. Pets forbidden. No clawing cats, no barking dogs, no slippery, slimy, dark green frogs, no flea-ridden hedgehogs, no jet black bats, definitely not any dirty rats, no hissing snakes, no mud-encased worms, and no common flies, which are full of germs. Staring at love. This is kind of about my dad, but they're not interested, so it doesn't really matter. You looked me in the eye and told me you didn't love me. You looked me in the eye and told me you didn't care. Although I know that if ever I need you, you'll always be there. Blank darkness. Blank. My mind is blank, heavy as if carrying something big, loaded but sedated, troubled but coping. It's as dark as soot inside my restless head. Invisible, I am fighting for freedom. Masturbation time. Not me personally, sorry, no show. Dear Sherbet, I'm sorry for yesterday for being really rude. What I think is that Sass was just checking to see if I was being a prude. Anyway, thanks for that interesting fact. Although, if ever I have a migraine, I sure as hell will not be doing that. Sorry if I caused you any offence. Here's this personal poem from me to you in my defence. Masturbation. I'm calling, can you hear me? My pleading voice is floating across the air. I'm calling, but all you do is stare. I'm calling, does anyone care? I'm calling, if someone can hear me, please let them announce that they are there to love me if they dare.
Yay.
Don't wear dungarees in front of me. I met Guy thinking, does he go weak at the knees when Sherbet is wearing her dungarees? That's the end of that one. You know what is amazing? That I can allow you to clap now. A little while back I couldn't have claps in between, so I think I'm doing pretty good on that. Confused with anger. I'm an angry bird sometimes, so this is it. Angry, is that me? Full of fire, full of pain? Is it normal? Am I sane? Let it go, let the emotion show. Let it flow like the wind would blow. Will it tumble out? Will it ease? If that's the case, let it happen, please. I'm leaving some out because I want some of you to buy the old CD still, so. Good for charity, £1 to every 350. So, life's complications, isolation, frustration, lack of communication, confused with humiliation, introduced to discrimination, difficulties with a relation, forced to accept alienation, affects my concentration. In my life, I want fascination, affection, better communication, and loving relation. Anyone crying?
Yes.
Anyone laughing?
Yes.
I don't care what you do. Right. Meltdowns. I wish my meltdowns would go away. At the moment I am sometimes having more than one a day. Crying and screaming, sometimes I just crash. People who don't understand treat me like trash. Then for my life, I want to make a dash. Sometimes it's all over in a flash. You know what, I'm going to do this one. It's controversial, it's about self-harm, so if you don't like it, you know where to go, right? It's called Burning Pain. Burn, baby, burn, until there is a hole blistering so deep. Make it sore, make it weep. Burn, baby, burn, until there is a hole blistering so deep. Feel the pain because I am advising you. That's not going to be cheap. Burn, baby, burn, until there's a hole blistering so deep on my bare arm. Right, I'm going to give you an introduction to my second CD. I hope I can see. that was quite a lot of my first CD, but there's quite a lot still I missed out because I want some of you to buy it, because if you haven't got it, it's a really good CD, and I'm not saying that for money, because I'm not out for money, okay? Because if I was out for money, I wouldn't give to charity, so. I don't want to be. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that girl, always looking for happiness, ending up with a broken pearl. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that girl, always having a meltdown, shouting and screaming, making people's toes curl. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that girl. I don't want to be that girl, always looking for happiness, ending up being that broken pearl. Too real. I'm too real. I'm too raw. I'm a character you've never met before. I'm going to do this because I think they're amazing. Autism Anglia, they support me. I'm autistic and mental health as well, but they don't support me. Well, they do actually support me. I have a few tears and they give me hugs and things like that, reassurance. Yeah, they're a charity close to my heart. So, Autism Anglia, awesome awareness of a colleague and a client. Yes, I volunteer for them. Accepting her with love and honesty brings a sparkle to her life. She's overwhelmed to the point of no return. But on this experience, she doesn't want to look back. She just wants to see the positivity. Thanks, Autism Anglia. You are a massive part of my world. Debbie's Day. It's about a carer of mine who went out to Clapton. And she thinks this is great. Great for her ego. She's brilliant, she's amazing. So, Debbie's Day. In Clapton, a couple of hours we spent. To a pub for a soft drink we went. Along the pier we walked, looked around and about things talked. Air hockey we played. For 3 games of excitement we stayed. We were as good as one another. The goal desperately we would cover. When Debbie was driving, to the music I would gently rock and swing. For every mile we would smile and jollily sing. This is very short, this one, but it means fuckloads to me. And this lady knows this is coming. It was about a friend of mine who passed away just over 3 years ago. I think I've got that right. And she went too young, to be honest. It's called Peggy. I knew you were going to die. I never had a chance to say goodbye. I miss you, Peggy. I miss you, dear. Even if it is to say goodbye, I wish you were here. I have to keep missing some, otherwise you're not going to buy it, are you? Exciting writing. I am writing, with excitement my thoughts are fighting. On the paper the ink swiftly spreads, at the rate for all of my notebooks I'll have to erect sheds. Batteries. Not for the reason you dirty people thinking. pen won't stop. It's like my hand and my mind are on Duracell. Debbie Chapman, don't know if you know her, another Debbie, CPN. I'm going to say this because I think people who work for the mental health system and any kind of system don't get enough praise. And yeah, she's my CPN, and yeah, she knows I wrote this, but I don't think she has any idea that I'm reading it out. Debbie, doting, determined, CPN, community psychiatric nurse, lovely lady, professional friend, dedicated to her very important job, works with challenging, complex, vulnerable, misunderstood individuals. She doesn't easily turn her back away once she sets herself up for a challenge. This is more appropriate, I suppose. Confidently speaking. I needed some help with a funny S. As a speech therapist, you said to do your best. Over the years, my speech problem had caused me many tears. Now, thanks to you, I can speak confidently without any fears. I really want to read this. Yeah, I'm going to read this. Tormented. It's about bullying, basically. The calling of a name I can hear nearby is enough to make me want to cry. But I keep on walking, trying to ignore, hoping soon that they will roar. They have a lot of growing up to do, act as if they were size of the shoe. I let them get to me, which I can't help. Sometimes they make me want to jump and shout, like a good-for-nothing blout. I mustn't let them get to me, as I know they do. Why do I let them get to me? Why do I, as I know they do, sorry. Why do I let them get to me? Just tell me as to why I do. You know what? Bullying is shit. Believe it or not, we're all bullies. But it's what you make of it. You can be a bully, or you can choose trying to walk away from it. So, age concern, unhappy at home, decision making, yearning crush. Yes, this has happened a few times. Someone you want, yet you cannot have. You think about her nearly every day. Your tummy feels funny. Sometimes she passes your way. There's so much to her you want to say, yet you don't in the insecurity that should send you away. She's gay, you're gay, so that's okay. You wonder if she's attracted to you at all in any way. Complicated life. Why is life so complicated? My head drowning in tears. Maybe they won't evaporate until I let go of my fears. My soul is troubled with my past. I wonder how long it's going to torture myself it's going to last. That's a shit poem. Equal. Women's rights. Side by side they hold hands and cuddle up to one another with great pride. Down the busy street they boldly stride. Two lesbians who have nothing to hide. People stop and stare. Chatter starts to float in the air. Oh, look at those two. Aren't they sweet? Some would say. And others, bloody hell, look at them. Ugh, they're gay. They shouldn't be allowed to do that sort of thing on the street or anywhere that the public choose to meet. Well, today, not literally today, but today, is Women's International Day. It should be celebrated whether you're black or white, us or them, straight or gay, butch or femme. Women should unite. And why does it have to be just for one day?
Yes.
Unkind mind. My mind, and this isn't the poem, my mind is fucked. Right? No, it's not funny. It's fucked. Right? But I live day by day. I try and work on it. I live day by day. I try and work on it. But it's always going to be fucked. It's just what I make. You know, I've just got to work with a bad bunch, basically. So it's unkind mind. To me, my mind is being unkind. It's talking very loud. You are useless, and of you no one is proud. I look around. All I see is a busy crowd staring at me and shouting very loud. You are useless, and none of us are proud. I want to run away from this crowd. It's not a crowd though, guys, it's my head. I'm sure it is. But hey, but if I do, will I just find another that of me I'm not proud? Wrong way, Alex. Alex used to work here. And yeah, I wrote a poem about him because he was a twit. He's a nice guy, but he decided he was going to argue with me, and he lost. Basically, he was saying Pizza Hut was another way, when I knew Pizza Hut was not the other way, it was the other way. So, Alex, what can I say? Pizza Hut wasn't there, you silly man. It's the wrong way. Marianne, what can I say? Pizza Hut wasn't there, you silly girl. It's the wrong way. Alex, what can I say? I asked everyone, they agreed with me. But you were too stubborn to see and wouldn't set the truth free. Marianne, what can I say? I am never wrong, and I'll always have it my own way. Final, even if you are, right. So basically, it was admitting you was right. I was right. Battle of Calm. There's a lot of poems in this book. You got value for money for this one, I'll tell you. The other one had 30 on it, this has got 49. So, this to do, that to do, so much to do. Don't know where to look, don't know where to breathe. Thinking about it, can't breathe. Okay, I'm panicking, losing control, lost control. I am mad, I am sad, I am emotional, I am scared, I am crying. In a battle for calm. This is going to be fun. Silly Sock Day. It's a thing that Autism Anglia have to raise money. You wear silliest socks on earth, basically. But I thought I'd write a poem about it. I'm wearing a silly sock. I'm a delightful bird, not a cock. Come on, everyone, wear a silly sock. Oi, don't just sit there and mock. Go and get your silly sock. Don't stand around listening to the next tick-tock on the clock. Go and get that silly sock. I really am a delightful bird, not a cock. And I'm proud to be wearing that silly sock. I think some notes coming. My muff!
I don't know anything.
Wait for that all night.
Right. Enough jokes about my muff. It is colourful, it is soft, and at sometimes tough. I love to play with my sensory muff. Dirty bastards. Two more. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Two more. I might not like this, and I'm apologising to begin with. When it's time to say goodbye, I try my hardest not to cry. Bound to be a tear or two, as I know that I'll miss you. Before you came along, many things in life were going wrong. I was made to take the blame. Oh yes, my head just hung in shame. If only you knew what I've been through, then you'd understand the way that I am. I've tried my hardest to change, although many things in this world to me seem so strange. When it's time to say goodbye, try my hardest not to cry. Bound to be a tear or two, as I know that I'll miss you. Before you came along, many things in life were going wrong. I was meant to take the blame. Oh yes, my head just hung in shame. If only you knew what I've been through, then you'll understand the way that I am. I tried my hardest to change, although many things in this world to me seem so strange. That's a sad goodbye. Now I'm going to try this without, for the first time, live. Not like, well, I've done it live before, but I'm going to try it without a book because I've got to learn this for competition. A hug. Arms wrapped around my body, encase me like a blanket. The warmth floods through all my channels. I feel warm and cosy inside, as if I've got nothing to hide. A light has been switched on. I can now see my way through. This is just by having a loving hug by you. Thank you.
Can you tell us a bit about it? What was the competition?
Well, I'm actually, sadly enough, I didn't get in,
Oh.
but it was two of us, and she sang and she was crap. And no, if I'm crap, I'm crap. But I wasn't very happy because they didn't even give me a mic. And she sang and she got a mic, and I didn't get a mic. And plus, she kept going. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And so I just said, I'm not coming here. Well, I said a few more choice words than that. But yeah, and they actually said, well, actually, you've got talent, and we actually want you here. And I said, look, don't give me shit. I don't want to come here because I've just thrown my rattle out of the pram. No, seriously. No, seriously, we want you here. So whether that's true or not, I'm now going to yeah, finals in September. So.
Cool.
But there's a lot more talent out there than me, and I know that I'm not going to win, so that's cool. But at least it's fair. That's all I want. I want fairness. That's all I want. Yes, Tom? Clapton. No, not Clapton. Sorry, St Osyth's. St Osyth's Seawick. It's Caravan site. But I think it's on the 23rd, I'm not sure, 24th. It's on a Saturday. But I don't know if anyone can just turn up, I'm not sure. So.
I don't think I've ever heard you sing before, Maria, but you've got a really good voice. Have you always sung?
Who's talking to me? Sorry, I can't see you.
Dan Clark.
Oh, yeah.
You've got a really good voice. Have you always sung since you were like knee-high?
Well, my dad used to sing a lot in the car, and I used to like it. It's something I actually love about him. Yeah, we all used to sing in the car, like, but I don't know if I had a good voice or not. I just like singing, but not really ones I wrote. That's the one I wrote. That's my first, actually. When I was 16, I wrote that song. But it's not a song; it's a poem. But I wrote that poem, and it meant a lot to me. It's about a social worker at the time. I was worried about her leaving, and it was a sad goodbye, basically, because when she left, it was going to be sad. So, but there's a lot of sad goodbyes, really, thinking about it, you know. So, yes, please.
Hi, I'm Will.
I
I just
will.
wanted to say, thank you very much for putting this night on, and I really enjoyed the poetry. I really enjoyed your poetry and your singing, and I think there should be more of these here. I think we should hear from you more. Like your stuff. I'm going to buy a CD tonight.
Thank you.
And I'll leave it there. Thanks.
All I can say is if you want something more like this, or me coming back and me getting like Jill West maybe back and Dan Clark maybe back, or some new ones, you know, there's plenty of talent out there. But what I don't mind live mics, but I prefer this. This is personal. This is better. You're getting entertainment. You know, it's not. I don't know. I'm not kicking myself in the foot because I will go to live mics, but I prefer this. I prefer to perform.
Yeah, a question over there as well.
Yes, please. No one else?
Yeah, this bloke over there.
Sorry.
What colour do you use in your hair?
Thanks. Fuck the poetry. What about your hair? Hair. I go to a place called Razors down East Hill, and I think it's Crazy Colours or something like that.
Oh, really?
Don't use directions. That's mad. It's rubbish.
I also wanted to say to you quickly, I've never really been to a personal poetry night where it's so much about mental health. It's like when you feel it, you can then put words to it and somebody else talks about it. It's like a feeling of comfort, so I really thank you for that.
That's why I'm called the emotional poet. The problem with me is, and maybe it's a bit of a problem, but I'm in your face about it. But I think you have to be. You have to be because you know, if you don't get heard, then nothing happens. So, and I think, you know, some people. I mean, I think I've changed some attitudes as well because, like, you're not helping yourself. You're not helping yourself. You don't get up. You don't do this. No, I don't get up some days. And yes, you know, I sometimes, you know, I do cut and I do burn, and you know, it's part of my life. It shouldn't be part of my life, but it is part of my life. And I've become to accept that I get those days, or weeks, or months. So, you know, that's the way it is. I'm a virgin. That gave me too much information.
I don't believe one of them though.
Believe me, one of them is kind of true. No offers, please. No offers. Not interested. Next.
You seem very confident on stage.
Oh, fuck am I? Shit, I'm shitting myself. I'll tell you, I've made there's no skid marks.
It got emotional, but you still come across very confident.
Well,
is there something that you did before, or is it just...
After...
Is it your general attitude that gears you up?
I think you're... I don't know, I feel I have a point to prove. About emotional poetry, it's about, there is emotions out there, you can have sad poetry, but it's the way you put it across. And it's like, you're not going to kill yourself now, are you? But I've been able to be emotional, I've been able to, I've been able to show you what it's like. It doesn't mean you're all going to go out and jump off the next bridge. It just, I want you to know it's out there and, we need more help. And there's not enough.
I think it's really good you can express yourself like that.
The thing is, afterwards, before I give myself a hard time. Afterwards, I even give myself a harder time because I have no. You say I have confidence. Sometimes
it portrays.
No. But that, to me, that can mean the same. But for me, afterwards, I'm kicking myself. Did I do this right? Did I do that right? Was I this? A bit like the proud. Is there anyone proud out there? Because I've been told all my life that, yeah, I'm screwed loose and I'm not worth living. So.
Did you hear everyone clapping?
Yeah. Thank you. If you want my CV, guys, please, it go towards my new DMs. Joking.
No, you're not.